I go to London when it was winter, and actually one of the things that I decided is that I didn't want to stay in that country. When I came back after 10 years, I wanted to just get down and kiss Kenya. I mean, it was that bad. You know what happens when you leave a drink there and something is dropped inside.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. From the University of Nairobi's Hall 9, he went straight to the London School of Public Relations, and for 10 years of his life in England, he experienced it all, from being a security guard to a home care nurse. And when his father died, he couldn't travel to Kenya for the funeral. He decided that enough was enough.
That was a turning point for me. I decided I didn't want something like that to happen to me again.
He quit a well-paying job with GSK in the UK to come back to a fresh start in his homeland, Kenya. Hello and welcome to Diaspora Life with me, Pasil Telewa. We highlight Lucas Munene's story of passion and love for his motherland and what a fulfillment it felt when he landed back home.
I've been dreaming on in my head like I've seen it. A life worth living is a life with meaning. I'll do what I love till my heart stops beating. I'm feeding this demon. Got a taste, can't erase bitterness in my face. Work a job every day till your dreams fade away. Like a card, never change. Play the game that we say. I need a break.
Yeah, I'm a part of the Diaspora team, halfway because I went to continue with my education after graduating from the University of Nairobi. That was back in 1999. So
1999, wow, you're sleeping at the University of Nairobi.
Yeah, I was a resident of the famous Hall 9.
What were Hall 9?
Yes, yes, and of course I was in a few more other halls. Yeah, but I'm very proud of my time at the University of Nairobi. And it's what gave me the platform to go and pursue public relations at the London School of Public Relations.
Yeah, so did you get a scholarship? How did you end up in London?
No, I didn't get a scholarship, but I was very passionate about being a journalist and writing. I used to write newspaper articles when I was from secondary school and even at the university. Amazing. And that's why I decided to take up literature. Actually, initially, I was admitted to do a Bachelor of Science degree in agriculture in Upper Kabete, but I decided that was not my thing. So I moved to the main campus where I took literature and sociology. So yeah, I had the dream of becoming a journalist. But when I finished the University of Nairobi, at that time they were just starting the School of Journalism, I decided I wanted to go abroad and pursue my passion at the London School of Public Relations.
How did it go after you leaving or planning to leave Nairobi and then setting up your journey in London? Arrival, experiences?
It was not too difficult for me because I had a few siblings already in London.
Oh, you're
so
lucky.
Yeah, so they were able to guide me. Yeah, but I enrolled in the course. I didn't get a scholarship. I just had to look for funds, and I did the course, the 2-year course. Yeah, and when I finished, I decided to gain some experience. I did a bit of security work. It was very tough. I used to work a 68-hour shift from Friday 3 p.m. to Monday 8 a.m. continuous. At that time it was winter, it was very cold, sub-0 degrees. The site I was working in, they had machines for clocking, so you had to show proof that you are patrolling every hour. So there was no chance for sleeping.
You can't even cheat.
You can't cheat because every hour they come at the end of when they are sent the invoice by the company, they have to print out the clocks, the clocking times.
Yeah.
So it was very difficult. You can imagine working from Friday 3 p.m. to Monday, no sleeping. You know, it was a very tough life at that time, yeah. And that's what so many other people go through.
Was that immediately after you're done with your master's program, or it was before?
It was during the program.
Yeah.
And later on, when I finished, I also did a bit of that. It was very tough. I also decided to try my luck in care work, which everybody, again, so many people end up doing care work. Care work is very tough. I think care work involves helping people who are not capable of doing some stuff for themselves. And in the diaspora, as long as you are trained, it's like being a doctor or a nurse.
Yeah.
You know, you can be sent to help someone who is not exactly very old.
Yeah.
Like I remember my case, I had to help a lady who was in her late 50s, early 60s. She had a condition. She couldn't wash herself. She couldn't clean after herself.
Yeah.
So I did the job for 3 months, and yeah, one day I went to see the lady, and I had to do what I had to do as a professional.
Yeah.
But then I decided that was the last day I wanted to do that job.
Yeah.
So I just finished, got in my car, and I decided that was the last day I was going to do care work. It didn't matter whether I was sacked but I decided it was not the thing for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very difficult. You can imagine cleaning a lady who is in her 50s.
I can imagine.
And, you know, I was a young man then. You know, it was very difficult. I go to London when it was winter, and actually one of the things that I decided is that I didn't want to stay in that country. Actually, beyond doing my course at the London School of Public Relations, I did a few other courses, because when I got there, I felt this sense of urgency that I needed to get out of there as soon as I could get out. It was very tough, and I really never got settled there. Yeah, so I did a few other courses, but again, one of my inspirations for doing other courses, I was looking for other options. I wasn't comfortable doing security work, I wasn't comfortable doing care work, so I did a few other courses. Actually, I did 2 diplomas in law.
Amazing.
Yeah, and I ended up working for a law firm as a legal clerk. Yeah, but then along the way in 2004, I got a job with GlaxoSmithKline, GSK.
Yeah.
It was a good job. It was, and that's the moment I decided I would probably stay longer, because the job was good, it was paying well, and yeah, I was happy with the job for the first time in 2004.
When did you feel like you have a breakthrough in your life, especially career-wise, and knowing just exactly what you need to do?
I never really settled down with the weather bit, and then when I also finished my training and my courses, somehow I had managed to do something that so many people do, which was to mess up my paperwork, my visa. So, you know, I had sought extension, but it wasn't forthcoming, so I decided to wait in the UK. Yeah, so at some point I didn't have the proper legal status to stay there. I overstayed the visa, and in 2006 I lost my father.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, and I couldn't travel back home to attend the burial.
Yeah.
And that was a turning point for me. I decided I didn't want something like that to happen to me again. And that was the moment I decided I was going to come back home, irrespective of the jobs and the money. Yeah, it's very tough. Sometimes people talk about diaspora and people just talk about the money.
Yeah.
But with the money, it can be very challenging, especially if you don't have a proper work permit. And even when you have proper work permit, there are also some other subtle
factors?
Discrimination.
Tell me about that discrimination.
I know in some societies it's more out there, but in countries like England it's very subtle. So you forward, you are very diplomatic, they smile at you,
Yeah.
and they'll take you through the process, but you're not going to get the opportunity. So
Would that have been the reason why perhaps your visa wasn't getting, renewed on time or something?
yeah, it's a process, and sometimes after some years, they decide, you've stayed for a few years, they don't want to keep on renewing it. Yeah, it happens to so many people, and they keep on changing the immigration rules. Sometimes it depends on the government of the day. Yeah, so many people end up being caught in those in the visa renewal, and and there are also a very big number of people who just don't want to come back home when they haven't made something for themselves. So it's a common thing. It may sound like unusual when you are maybe in Kenya, but in England it's a bit of a way of life, or any other country like America. Those cases are evident. I was lucky enough to attend an interview for GSK, GlaxoSmithKline, and I got the position. It was actually through an employment agency. Yeah, and the job was good. I was learning. It was initially I was a technical operator. At some point I also worked in the quality department and communication. Yeah, so it was good. It was paying well, and that was like 2004. Yeah, I think that was my first enough in terms of career. Yeah, but then the second enough was enough is when I lost my father, and I now decided nothing was good enough. So many people think going abroad is a start of the, you leave all the problems behind, all the poverty behind.
Yeah.
But one thing I noticed when I was in England, within a few months or even 1 year, everybody who gets there becomes so patriotic, becomes completely converted.
Yeah.
They want to follow what is happening in Kenya. They want to read the papers. They want to wear T-shirts, showing their
made in Kenya.
Yeah, they want to now pledge their loyalty. They want to put stickers, Kenya, as in you become very, very, very patriotic. Maybe we don't love our country enough, and when people go out there, they
I think we just don't show it.
We are not patriotic enough, but when you go out there and you see all the issues that people have to grapple with there, people end up appreciating their country, their Kenya, and then you realize that people from those countries, they are coming to Kenya and they are refusing to go back. So
what does that tell you as an individual?
I think what I discovered is that we have a beautiful country. I think we just need to discover it more and appreciate it more. And I think since I came back, I'm very, very patriotic. I'm very patriotic. When I came back after 10 years, I wanted to just get down and kiss Kenya. I mean, it was that bad. I had.
So I'm like, where do you start kissing Kenya from?
I just wanted to embrace this country, because I realized we have a beautiful country. And as I speak to you now today, I'm very, 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 very patriotic. If I was to go abroad now, it would have to be a very clear-cut opportunity, professional, with being paid a lot of money. But today I keep telling people, even if I got a private jet to take me to England, if I didn't know exactly what I'm going to do there, I'll not go.
I think that bit about you kissing Kenya just got me so emotional.
Yeah.
And people don't know what they miss, when they go out there and they are so developed in their career and they don't choose to come back and bring back the knowledge that they've learned. Tell me about the knowledge transfer system of you going there, getting the knowledge and coming back, and of someone going there, getting the knowledge and staying there. What do you have to talk about those two scenarios?
Some people take time to realize their goals, their dreams, and some people don't make it. Some people just don't make it. Sometimes they don't send money home, but it's not that they wish to do that. Some people just don't make it. Yeah, so what I know now is that you can make your life and your career from wherever you are. It could be Kenya, it could be UK, it could be US, but it doesn't really matter where you are. You can make something out of your life. And one of the other things that I've seen happening in the last 10 years is that children growing up in the UK and adopting the culture there, but the parents are so uncomfortable with the culture that they have brought their children back to study in Kenya. Because sometimes, you know, the way we were brought up, especially things to do with the boyfriends, relationships, it's very open there. You find when children get to a certain age, 18 years, and they get into relationships, you know, it's like very formal. As in, you find things that happen that are not acceptable to the older generations. My son was born in London.
Amazing.
And I had this sense of I wanted to bring him back when he was 2 years, before he got used to the system, because otherwise it would have been very difficult to bring him. And that was another catalyst for me coming back, because I didn't want him to get used to the culture.
His coming back home saw him land a job as a general manager of AfriSign Limited and a resident manager for Nyali Golf View Residences, a position that has seen him interact with the rich and the famous, including President Yoweri Museveni of Uganda. Just how does it feel to manage a property with a 360 view of Mombasa City? Will we have a chance to experience the place President Yoweri Museveni slept at? Here is part 2 of Diaspora Life.
Taking a job at AfriSign Limited, I think one of the biggest experiences I've brought on board is my time at GSK. When you get a job at GSK, one of the things they make very clear to you is that it's not a job, it's a responsibility you are undertaking. Because any small thing going wrong can have huge repercussions and impact on the. You can imagine a small mistake causing a leak of a whole batch of medicine, or causing harm. So it was a very good environment to learn about many concepts, including things like getting it right first time, attention to detail, health and safety, zero tolerance, all those concepts. I remember when I came back after 10 years, I used to overtrust people. I would go to have a drink out there and leave my drink for someone to take care of me while I went maybe to the bathrooms, and you know, it didn't bother me at that time. I was overtrusting. But then I had a few bad experiences and I learned, wow.
Tell me about those experiences.
I guess these are the experiences that normal Nairobians or more people in Mombasa or anywhere else.
What happened?
They go through when they drop the guard.
What happened?
You know what happens when you leave a drink there and something is dropped inside.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Tell me what.
In my career, there are many things I've done in Kenya that I would not have done when I was in the UK. Here in Nyali, I'm the general manager of Nyali Golf View Residence here. We also have properties in Mombasa town and in Kilifi and in Malindi.
I know one of that property, and I see their tagline being, they give you the 360 view of Mombasa town. You
are referring to the very prestigious Nyali Golf View Residence.
It's hard to be described as the very prestigious.
Absolutely. I think Nyali Golf View Residence is one of the most prestigious properties in Kenya and beyond. And when you talk about diaspora, I think this is the place where we have all nationalities in this property. When I quickly think about the people we have people from South Africa, we have people from Australia, we have people from Iceland, we have people from USA, we have people from England, we have people from Jamaica, we have from Cameroon. So we have all nationalities living here. at Nyali Govi residence. We have a few things that we pride ourselves in, and one of the things is that you can see Mombasa from top of Nyali Govi residence. You can see 360 degrees. You can see as far as Kilifi, you can see the port, you can see Mariakani, you can see the whole ocean. We have 66 units at Nyali Govi residence. We have 49 of the houses, apartments, they are unfurnished. That means people come here, they live here. Then we have 15 units are furnished for short stays. And then we have one presidential suite. Yeah, and the presidential suite, as you asked, it has hosted very famous people. In 2019, when the president of Uganda, Yoweri Museveni, was in Mombasa for a state visit, he stayed at Nyali Govi residence for 3 days.
Wow.
Yeah, and then we have hosted very many other VIPs, including cabinet secretaries and other prominent people in our presidential suite. Yeah.
It's so lovely to hear about, the Ugandan president choosing to spend 3 nights at your place. Would the place be available for me tonight?
It's 200,000 per day, but I would not mind you seeing it first, and then you can make up your mind.
I've been dreaming on in my head like I've seen it. A life worth living is a life with meaning. I'll do what I love till my heart stops beating. I'm feeding this demon. Got a taste, can't erase bitterness in my face. Work a job every day till your dreams fade away. Like a card, never change. Play the game that we say. I need a break. I'm staying strong. Need to move on to be what I want. I'll keep dreaming on. I'm staying strong. Need to move on to be what I want. I'll keep dreaming on.
So your trip?
My trip was nice. Yeah, thank you so much. So how big is it?
Oh, mostly it's big enough for you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah?
Wow.
Yeah, I don't want
like
to.
that.
Yes.
Oh, it also has a lift inside.
Yes, it does have. If you want to use the stairs, you can use a lift.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
Yeah. So.
Wow. Look at this.
So home for you.
Thank you. This is beautiful.
Yeah. So maybe I'll
Show me
show
around.
it.
Please.
Or I'll show you your bed.
Thank you.
No?
Thank you.
Yeah. So this is our kitchen here.
Yeah.
You can make some meal, but I think this time I'll get you a chef.
Thank you. This is the best news ever. So I made the right decision.
Yeah, you can get you a chef.
Life with me.
There's a lunch
What I
there.
love till my heart stops
Then
beating. I'm
you
feeding
have
this
your massage.
demon. Got a taste, can't erase bitterness in my face. Work a job every day till your dreams fade away. Like a card, never change. Play the game that we say. I need a break. I'm staying strong. Need to move on to be what I want. I'll keep dreaming on. I'm staying strong. Need to move on to be what I want. I'll keep dreaming on. Game face on when I chase like that. Yeah, I play so strong with a knife in the back. I'ma swing home run like a baseball bat. Gonna see me.
That's all we got in store for you today. If you'd like to share your story with us, DM us on our social media platforms at diaspora_life or write to us through diasporalife@standardmedia.co.ke. Remember to download Standard Fix app for lots of amazing stories from the diaspora and beyond. You can also follow me at Pasil Telewa on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and TikTok for more interaction.